White people when you don't like Wendigoon.
White people when you tell them no moist crinkle for a week.
When you don't
How white people feel when they say all people
White
get
people
spell
when
the
you
man's
don't
name.
want
Lethal
white
company people when you don't want to watch
White people tell them you don't listen to Radiohead.
White people is when popular thing. The easiest joke ever made. Let's get the elephant out of the room here. Your boy lacks a bit of melanin, okay? The good news is your mom doesn't seem to mind. But I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed that it's this free to make a joke about white people. Plenty of people build their entire careers off of finely crafted, well-structured Caucasian jokes. Yet this format is the one that most often trends on social media apps like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. White people when you don't want to play Lethal Company with them. White people when you don't want to watch Moist Critical with them. White people when you don't want to get beheaded in the siege of Damascus. It's all the fucking same when you boil things down to their bare essentials. Add a funny reaction image on top of it and boom. Free likes, free retweets, and a bunch of angry, pasty, blue checkmark motherfuckers in the comments getting mad at it. Including me! Minus the blue checkmark, obviously. I'm not mad because it's insulting white people though, far from that. I'm mad because it's basic, it's boring, it lacks pizzazz. And I think the problem is that people just aren't that well educated when it comes to making fun of white people. It only became culturally relevant to do so a couple of years ago. You don't have 1,000 years worth of racist humor that you have for other races. So I'll admit, the title of this video was a bit of a farce. I'm not teaching you how to make the easiest joke of all time. What's happening? It's your boy Dity. Welcome to Dity Minis, a show where I talk about pieces of media that I find kind of interesting. Today, I'll be teaching you how to properly make fun of white people. Before all else, two things. One, I know some returning viewers are going to get a little underwhelmed by the corkboard today. I got to save on printer ink. I got a lot of videos I need to record. Sorry about that. Okay, that's all. Secondly, I know for a fact there's going to be some motherfucker in the comments going, well, comedy is subjective and blah, 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 blah. You know what I think? That statement has done so much fucking damage to how we view comedy, and it's most often repeated by people who think Facebook minion memes are funny. So why don't you just shut the fuck up and let me talk, okay? So what are some objectives we want to clear when crafting the perfect making fun of white people joke? Well, excuse me. We want to avoid using the standard algorithmic rage-baiting format I discussed prior, while still potentially pissing off a few supremacists along the way. We want it to be offensive, but not too offensive. We don't want to fall into that trap that Instagram Reels falls into, where it's just a little too much. And above all else, it's gotta be funny. If it's not funny, why bother? Without further ado, let's begin. If you're making a joke about a young white dude, chances are they fall into one of these 5 categories. We have the Chad, the emo, the redneck, the nerd, and finally, the wizard. Can I say that? Am I towing the line too hard with that? Now, some of you white guys might be watching and saying, hey, wait a minute, Diddy, I'm white and I don't fall into any of these categories. Yeah, you do. Instead of treating it as an absolute, you gotta almost look at it like it's a political compass. For instance, I'd place myself right about here. I'd consider myself a pretty average white dude, so I've got bits and pieces from all these stereotypes. And chances are, a lot of you white dudes seeing this video right now probably view yourself the same way. The key to a lot of great white jokes is understanding these stereotypes and making fun of them. With Chad, you poke fun at suburbia. With nerd, you poke fun at geek culture. Emo, you poke fun at emo culture. Rednecks, you make fun of Southerners. And for cultural appropriators, you make fun of Eminem.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not.
Here's a great example of a Chad joke from Dave Chappelle before he became an alt-right grifter transphobe. In other words, when he was still good.
You a white lady, you ever been pulled over before? You know, then what they say, let me see your driver's license and your registration, right? That's not what they say to us. But I didn't always know that was a black thing. It took me a while to figure that out. I learned that from New York. I was in New York City. Now, I was hanging out with a friend of mine. He's a white guy, you know. We were just hanging out. My white buddy, he was smoking a joint. Dave, it's the goddamn cops. I'm gonna ask him for directions. I said, Chip, no! Chip, don't do it! It was too late. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Touching him and Chip. Excuse me. Start confessing things you shouldn't confess. I'm a little high. Which way is 3rd Street? The cop was like, hey, take it easy. You're on 3rd Street. You better be careful. Go ahead, move it. That's all that happened. That's the end of the story.
I probably cut it up a bit to avoid copyright, and that probably ruined the comedic timing, but I'm sure you get what I mean. What makes this joke a great example of making fun of white people? It accurately portrays a cartoony-ass stereotype with the voice and the mannerisms, it's subversive, and most importantly, it's got a punchline. There's a joke to be made. Dave saying, "That's the end of the story," is meant to imply that the audience was waiting for some grandiose ending where the white man gets in trouble for talking to the police while high. Only for the audience to realize, yeah, that didn't happen. White people don't need to deal with that. That's why I answered the door at the trap house. Now, some of you out there might be saying, yeah, commodity, this is cool and all, but I don't exactly plan on dropping a stand-up special anytime soon. I run a popular meme account, and I just want to get a few yucks out of my followers. I hear ya. I might be taking things a little too seriously considering the subject matter. Why don't we talk about an easier way to make a quick jab at white people's expense? Let's talk about slurs! White people slurs, they fucking suck. They're awful, terrible even. Like, cracker and honky are funny, but not really effective in like facilitating a hateful reaction. If I ever get called a colonizer in real life with actual malice behind it, I'm laughing in your face. Actually pathetic. Come on, liberals, we can do better than that. Luckily, I have a great resource for all you to use to expand your vocabulary when faced with this hardship. The Racial Slur Database! Wow. Normally, I'd link something like this in the description, but I'm already risking a lot when it comes to this video's monetization, so just take this as an uncredited shout out. Here you can find all slurs for various different races, including white people. Some of my personal favorites include pig fucker, Wonder Bread, and the best one of them all, pinky. Feels good. Pinky. A good slur needs a lot of bite behind it to be funny, and pinky is just beautiful. You really got to emphasize that P though, okay? Come here, I'm gonna say it with you. 3, 2, 1. Pinky. Fucking pinky. Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, makes you feel powerful. Go out and call a redneck pinky and watch how mad they get. Guaranteed it's gonna be the funniest thing you see all week. I don't know how big this video is going to get, but if it does gain any semblance of traction, please, for the love of God, let pinky be the thing that goes away from this, please. This one's important. To my white brothers and sisters in the audience, if you make a white joke and people find out you're Caucasian, you're cooked. Now, instead of being funny, you're corny. You're working with band kid humor now. And I know what some of you are thinking. This is not in the script. I know what some of you are thinking. I see the shirt. Okay, but it's ironic. Chill the fuck out. Now, obviously, since I'm not a fucking PNG tuber, I kind of have to bear this curse in sharing this information with you, but yeah, just putting it out there. It's not impossible to make fun of white people if you're white too, but just know that the bar is exponentially raised. Something that a lot of people don't understand is that corny Caucasians love to be trend chasers.
Including me.
And love it or hate it, racial humor against white people is kind of hot right now. And honestly, I don't blame anyone for wanting to knock us down a peg. I think we've earned it at this point. But it bears repeating that we're the only socially acceptable group to make fun of. And if there's any kind of joke unfunny, corny, liberal wieners love to make, it's socially acceptable ones. Which leads me perfectly into my next point. So many jokes about white people lack edge.
Hey guys, white people like coleslaw. Isn't that funny?
No, it fucking isn't, Cody. Alright, it's boring. You're fucking boring. You know what white people really like? Heroin.
Whoa.
Yeah. Why do rednecks never date past 7 p.m.? Because their cousin has school tomorrow. What do you call a segregated laundromat? Whites only.
That's not funny.
Get a little fucking wild with it, okay? Stop being so safe. You want to know why people who say, I'm not racist, I treat everyone equally, are always viewed as secretly racist? Because they don't put effort into their white humor. Instead, it's like, ha ha ha, George Floyd, or ha ha ha, 13% of the population. But then the best thing they can come up with for white people is, my white mom says gracias at Taco Bell. Grow some balls! Lens popped out. Hold on, my brothers. The video shall commence. There we go. Hey! I fixed it. So what did we learn today? Well, now more than ever, people need to know how to properly make fun of white people. In a vast sea of unfunny conservatives posting the most basic bitch righty humor about marginalized groups, I want to see the opposition come at them with some real fucking heat. Stop taking the high road and start putting us in some real bad lights. Grow some fucking teeth, come up with some better slurs for us, and I hope to see you soldiers out there on the battlefield making people hold their stomachs in laughter. I've been Dity, thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed, you know what to do, you've been on this platform for long enough. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And finally, engagement check. Come up with your best joke for white people in the comment section. I read every single one of them, so unless this video seriously blows up, I will read what you have to say, and I hope I won't be disappointed. I know I inevitably will be. That's pretty much it, and I'll see you all next week. Don't do it.
It's too
Please
late.
don't do it. No,
It's
don't
already in
fucking do it.
motion.
No, no, don't
said
fucking
stop
do
it.
it. Don't
It's
fucking do it,
happening.
please. I'm warning you. I know people. I have
do
connections.
it.
Don't do it, man.
I'm gonna do it.
I've got kids. Please,
don't
please
care.
don't do it. Please,
don't care.
please. No.
White people when you don't want to watch Commodity.
It's Dity, bitch! And you know we run the city, bitch! How much I gotta pay for a titty pic? Subscribe!
Good evening, black women. I just want to let you know how proud of you I am. Yes, we can.